I figured I'd tell you how I got my start. So I graduated high school, just the average C student. I did do running start for a little over a year, did some college courses after that. Uh, right out of high school, I went to work for my parents at their automotive repair shop, and I started in the accounting office just doing basic books, helping out. My dad moved me into the service office, taught me how to write service, how to sell, sent me to classes, seminars, learned a ton, worked there until I had my first son, and that was in 2005. Um, anyways, I stayed home with him for a couple months, went back to work. Luckily, he got to come to work with me. Well, she was across the street at my mom's office because she was doing the books. I took that business and worked it. It was automotive and transmission repair. I was able to get that company running so profitable that it was $1.5 million a year in sales. We had 13 bays, generally ran a crew of about 20. It was fun. Then I decided to have more kids. So I actually went on maternity leave. I had twins in 2008 and I became a stay-at-home mom, which I had been already breeding dogs for a few years just as fun to make extra cash and play, and I loved it. So I decided to go ahead and increase that business so I could stay at home with the kids instead of going back to work for my parents. Did that for quite a few years until my husband at the time decided to cheat on me. Yep. It was actually the third offense, and I decided to be done with that. So I divorced him, which was a whole ordeal. I kept the house though because I was doing the dog breeding business. And I took the dog breeding business and I scaled that. I went from when we got divorced at $26,000 in sales to my top sales. I think it was about 3 years later. I hit $500,000 in puppy sales between puppy sales, puppy commissions, and stud fees. Because not only did I sell my own puppies, but I actually helped out a couple other breeders in selling their puppies. Well, and during that time, I got remarried to my husband now, who is amazing, an asshole, but amazing. He helped me grow my business, actually. And if it weren't for him, it would have took me a lot longer. Only because he encouraged me and he actually helped me do the stuff with the dog business. So having a great partner is definitely helpful. So years later, dogs were getting stagnant. I was getting bored. My dad came to me and said that he wanted me to run his property management company and do acquisitions and sales. So I had to get my real estate license. I thought that would be fun. So I hopped on board. A month later, I had my real estate license and went to work for my dad again, just in a different company and aspect. Took me a couple years to get the swing of things, and then we started increasing. When I came on board, we had about 10 million, I think, in assets. And now we have almost 40 million in assets. So our current goal, well, as of a couple months ago, our goal was to hit 100 million before my dad died. Now we have decided to change that thanks to a lot of the things that we've been learning and reading through Grant Cardone's stuff. And we're going to reach for $1 billion in assets before my dad dies. Who knows if we'll hit it, but gonna sure try because we both want it. So that was just a little story, little background. Been through a lot, been there, done that. Some people look at me and think like, oh, she's got all her stuff together. Nope, not always. Just a normal person, plugging along. But you have to have big goals.